Hey, it's Domestic Don, Josh Landers in the Dudgeon yet again. And if you're watching this, obviously my high-tech studio, I have not figured out how to get the glare away from my suburban wasteland backyard's screen door or sliding glass door because I did tape a linen, a napkin, a cloth napkin that we use because we do live here in this wasteland of hell. But I attached and I taped a linen that is a flower print. I'm looking at it right now, and I put it up there with painter's tape so it wouldn't, pull any of the paint off or any of the rubber siding or whatever the hell is on the door. And now the sun is moving, and it's the sun is now on me, so I can't get up and fix it. And you know why I can't get up and fix it very easily or very well? It's not because a timestamp issue. What's that called? Tramp stamp, whatever it might be, that chicks have butterflies and like schmegma bullseyes on their lower backs. It's not an issue with the recording itself. It's the issue because I did it again. Oops. Speaking of tramp stamps, oops, I did it again. I broke my fucking leg. I got lost in the game. Why do I play rugby at 44 years old? I'm kind of a whore. Britney Spears speaking. I'm not that young anymore. I didn't break my leg, but I did pop something in my knee pretty aggressively on Saturday. It was the first home match of our lovely rugby season, and within the first 10, 12 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, I don't remember, I got tackled, and I hear just a nice, or something like that, some sort of pop in my left knee. Let me set it up a little bit, all right? I'm old. Right, I got crinkly cut ears. I got fucking Mizuno face, leather faced. Bad teeth, as you guys know. It's not good. So I need any help I can get in life. I need to be upright. I need to at least have some sort of physical form going, to carry me through each day. God, the sun is getting really fucking bright. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna fix this. All right, let me see if I could. Let me see. All right, see that shit? There's the window. All right. I'm going to move it over here. All right. All right. If that's not a makeshift impromptu way to... Ooh, did it work? It worked a little bit. All right. So where was I at? God, I got a haircut the other day too. I look like I'm like someone who probably thinks I wear a toupee. Can never get a right haircut. That's on my list that's in my pretentious notebook for today. Also, haircut and the blood pressure mechanisms that go on in my body to get a haircut. But I hurt my knee, and you see, I'm pretty limber. I got up there, not without pain. But after that popped, 10 minutes into the game, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3, whatever the fuck it was, I drank my usual Rolling Rock 25-ouncer. It's been a tradition for the last 10 years at least since I've been playing this horrific, retarded game. And so people will say, well, maybe that's why you get hurt so much. Maybe that's why you tore your knee 4 years ago, whatever it was. This is why you're getting injured now because of that beer. I don't think the one beer is the issue here. Maybe it is, but I made a decent tackle within the first couple of minutes of the first half. The game, big guy coming towards me, made the tackle, got up. I think we had a couple of stretch runs there, getting the ball into the centers, into pods, and maybe we got it out to the outside, a couple to the line outside a couple of times. I'm not sure, but I was playing fullback and I inserted, and the ball's getting thrown out from the scrum. Scrum half gets it to the fly half gets it to the inside center, to the outside center. The outside center makes a pass. It's a little bit behind, or maybe I was out of position, and I remember twisting to get the ball, and I twisted, and I got fantastic fucking hands. That's one good thing. The face is not good. The inside organs are probably not doing well anymore, but my hands are quality. I have quality fucking soft hands. I remember someone in grad school playing football with a bunch of fucking creative writing nerds, or not high school, in college, when I was a bunch of creative writing grad students, but people who are not athletic. They have no athletic bone in their body, most likely. Maybe a couple of them do, but not many. And I remember catching footballs and throwing them. They're like, "Man, you have soft." Yeah, I do have fucking soft hands. All right. I'm like George Costanza, like when he finds out he's a hand model. But I rarely drop passes, and I didn't drop this one. Even when I twist and I spin and I catch the ball, and then I see a guy coming, and I try to maybe do a little bit of a shimmy because I got that still. I got that quick twitch. To all my African American brothers out there, I got the same quick twitch ankles as you guys have. Some of you. And is that a black thing? I think so. A little bit more than a white thing. But I got the quick twitch. And I move, but one of my cleats doesn't want to move. And the guy who was tackling me right in the fucking knee, it was just a perfect storm. George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, whoever wrote that book, Sebastian Younger, I think. And it was a perfect storm of a hit, of a twist, of a fucking twisted sister, of a spike in my cleat getting stuck in the soft mud of Mendocino County debauchery up there, full of like weed and meth and hairy armpits and shit like that. The women in particular, and just frustration. And I just went ah. I heard a boom. Oh, and then I just go down and I'm crawling like a fucking newborn baby. I'm like ah. And I'm not screaming, but I'm like, motherfucker! I think I just screamed like, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! I was like the chick in the beginning of fucking Pulp Fiction. Honey bunny, you motherfucker! What's the wallet say? What does Samuel L. Jackson's wallet say? Does it say one bad motherfucker, right? Is that Honey Bunny? Henny Penny? Was that Henny Penny a restaurant or is that a book for children? Anyway, so my knee's fucked up. I think something is probably torn. The first day was okay. I had a little bit of adrenaline rushing through me, so I drank the rest. Excuse me. I drank the rest of my Rolling Rocks that I bought for some fucking reason. I think it's a Rolling Rock a conspiracy theory out there. The lovely Asian man who at Questmart in Ukiah, shout out to him. He gave me a smile that day. I go in. My friend drove me up to the game. And we drove an hour up there. I said, can you stop for Rolling Rock? He knows my tendencies. He knows I'm going to get a fucking tall can of Rolling Rock before the game. He doesn't chastise me for it. But I go in there to the Questmart, see this lovely, smaller framed Asian man, and he's talking about egg rolls, and he's happy. It's 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. He's happy. He doesn't know I'm about to go play rugby. He's not goading me. No, that sounds the right word. He's not, I keep using the word chastise. He's not perpetuating. No, he's not putting his own, I don't know. He's not belittling me. Maybe that's the word. He's not looking at me in a wrong light or a bad light because I'm buying a 12-pack of Rolling Rock and a tall can. I didn't get like good beer after the tall can. I still get fucking Rolling Rock. So I walk out of the store smiling because he's talking about egg rolls. Not that there's any illusion there with the man being Asian descent, but he's talking about egg rolls because the man before him in line that came before me, I guess he was eating some sort of egg roll. And they had a conversation about fried foods, and he's still chipper about it. And he said, oh, fried food. I'm like, yeah, Rolling Rock, yeah, woo. And then I left. And then I left to go to the game. I don't know I'm going to get injured. So I remember all these things. I take it to heart, because you really, you should enjoy your life if you're bipedal. You should be proud, and you should go out there and kind of attack the world. You should seize the day, carpe diem. If you're able to move your fucking joints and your limbs well enough, and your heart still beats that 2,000 times a day or whatever it's supposed to beat. I don't know. Does that freak anybody else out? Sometimes I get caught in this head game with myself, and it freaks me out. Maybe it's my anxiety. Maybe it's my hypochondria, whatever it might be, but it freaks me out when I start thinking about my heart beating, and it's constantly moving. It's a thing in your body that is constantly going. What else is like that? Your bladder filling up with piss and shit. Your jizz and your balls. If you're a dude or women, do they have eggs floating around all day long? I don't know, whatever's going on, but that's a constant. You don't need jizz to live. I don't think to create life. Sure. For all you fucking anti-abortion freaks out there, you need jizz to survive, but you don't need it to to function. But you need your heart and your lungs, and you don't breathe that many times a day. You breathe, every couple of seconds, 5 seconds? I don't know. How long do we don't monitor our breathing, but when you do, maybe that causes hyperventilation as well. But I just think about the heart and all right, it could stop at any fucking time. It could just stop. Just like my knee has stopped functioning regularly after that one hit 3 minutes into our fucking opening home game in D4 rugby. Did you hear me? D4. There's 4 divisions, I think. Maybe they just made one for us, the team I play on. But again, I don't care. I'm doing it for camaraderie. I'm doing it for sport. I'm doing it to feel alive, for the elation of the pain. But I don't need this pain. And I tore my knee about 4 years ago, right before COVID. Minor tear, wore a brace, kind of healed on its own, rehabbed it pretty well. I don't know what's going to be on this one. It seems a little worse. It feels a little bit sore, but the things in life that you obviously don't remember very well is the pain. You know, I don't think women would have children again, or babies, or even fuck again. I don't think, if they knew that the pain that fucking massive bulbous head coming out of your fucking rectum, or tearing into your rectum, into the taint, and just splitting the taint and everything else, and the pussy, and then everything else just went, and it just mushed into one hole, one cavern. I don't think you would have babies anymore if women remembered the pain. So we kind of have a what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, 48 hours have been kind of just laid up. Rejustification, reunification, whatever. I don't know. That's the wrong word. But misremembering. We don't have a good deal with memory, with pain, because we do it again. We keep going with it. We remember the good times. We don't remember the sad times as much. It's like, why do we do this again? Oh, because shit comes with it sometimes. Yeah, but we don't want to, we kind of pile the shit in somewhat other recesses of our mind, of our memory, some Freudian trap that we have up in our skull. Again, but if I remember the pain of the last one, why would I do this again to myself? And this isn't the first injury. It's just a line of injury-prone fucking douchebaggery that I have. I think the gods are just Zeus up there is throwing lightning bolts at my dick hole, and he's just angry with me. And it's not just in rugby, but I've had that, ribs, chest plate, fucking SC joint, ribs again, contusion in the back of the head. I fell off a porch at a party, that counts. Broke my nose, 2 black eyes. A lot of different injuries over the years. You know, ankle, just the usual wear and tear of hurt, the soft muscle injuries, soft tissue injuries that I have. But this one is going to be a pain for a while. And I hope it doesn't limit me too much from going out to my workout routines, because I can't just give up. So I can limp up to do upper body, and I'll be the true picture, the true profile of someone who skips leg days all the time. And it looks like I do, because I have a couple of fucking rubber bands there. I have a couple of sticks just located to a horrible lower body in terms of size and regulation. Want? Do women want, do they want size? Does size matter? I think it kind of does. But yeah, I have these 2 fucking bean poles, these two like I said, sticks, rubber band legs, and you know, it's gonna look like I skipped leg day, and I'm gonna have to. No squats for a little while, no goblet squats, no lunges. I used to do those like pretty much every single day when I went to the gym, at least a couple of sets of that. So maybe I'll just bulk up as much as I can on my upper body, and then like I said, I'll be a true interpretation, a true showing of a man who does skip leg day. Someone will take a picture of me on Instagram and shame me, and they'll say, oh, he has a podcast. Maybe they'll subscribe, maybe they won't. They'll try to give it a listen for a couple of minutes, and they'll see my face, which I'm trying to do on this stupid YouTube live, and then they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to subscribe to this guy. You know, it's too much hard work. I've been stuck on fucking subscriptions, 19 of them, for too long. So why do I do this? I don't know. To detail to you guys what it's like to have an injury. And if you don't know what it's like to have a knee injury, I would say it's one of the more debilitating ones. I've broken my shoulder before when my daughter was young, from rugby as well. Now it's sort of the SC joint, that's sort of your clavicle area, obviously. Your collarbone, where people usually snap that collarbone. I kind of snapped it or popped it on the inner. I think it's where the collarbone and some other fucking twat meet inside your neck there, and it just burst and popped. And I remember for a couple of weeks afterwards, it was really hard to lift my daughter up. I would squeal every time I had to come on. I was doing that for a while. I was teaching at the time at a local fucking small stupid college, and I would try to write on the board, and every time I just reached to write on the dry white erase board, white marker board. Is that racist? Can we do that anymore? Are we getting to Stanford University getting rid of the dry whiteboards? Or is that okay because it's dry white, meaning not wet pussy, moist white? There's not a good connotation with dry white people, like crackers. We're crackers. You know, when someone calls us a cracker, I laugh because it's funny. Saltines, you eat them when you're shitting too much, right? Or you fucking have my usual daily occurrence of fucking hot oiled sewer coming out my asshole, but you eat saltines when you're not feeling good. So when people call us cracker, I don't think of Ritz. Ritz are buttery. I don't think of any other like peanut butter cracker because there's some goodness in there, like the peanut butter crackers my mom used to buy at like what was it called? It wasn't Costco back then. What was it called back then? Sam's Club, Petco, whatever the fuck it was called. Shop Mart. What the hell is it called? The big fucking store. It was a big box store back in the 80s and 90s. Something club. But it's not there anymore. But we used to buy those shitty like peanut butter crackers or those fluorescent Cheeto colored cheese crackers with peanut butter in them, whatever they might be. I don't picture those when someone calls me a cracker. It's a saltine. But yeah, the dry erase board. Anyways, when I was going to teach, I would do that and just putting my shirt hurt, putting any sort of thing on use my upper body was sore. And now it's the knee. So I can walk right now in like a straight line, but it feels full down there. It feels weighted. It feels like a water bag is kind of sitting just inside the subdermal epidemiology or whatever. So it's in there. So, and then the left hand where it popped out, that fucking hurts. Getting on shoes and socks, you would never know how much it hurts until you have a knee injury. But the thing that I didn't fully notice, I guess, when I first tore my knee in 2019, almost right before COVID happened. I believe December 2019, I think. So, and then I remember walking around a brace of South Lake Tahoe, like in February of some being a little wary if it snows. I'm going to be a little slippery, right? I'm going to be a little wary of my knee going out. But this feels a little bit worse. But I don't remember the shit. Just like the memory of pain is fleeting. Right? It doesn't stay in your core for long. I don't remember the shits. I remember a lot of my shits daily because they're never fun. But this morning I sat to take a dump. And I'm like, and it wasn't the usual the strenuous asshole or is there going to be blood on the toilet paper thinking. It was more of the knee. You have to shit with your legs straight. Have you ever done that? So if you've never had a knee injury, you're lazy, you're useless, you don't have any like want in life to feel what it's like to injure yourself or others, and you just never really played a contact sport, which is fine, but it means you're a weak-minded individual. But if you have never done it, just go sit and while you're taking a shit or douching or whatever you do on the pot, you just put a leg up, just put one leg straight out and see how you shit. You're a little off kilter, like you're a little off. It's like sitting with a big wallet in your back pocket. Do men carry wallets in their back pockets anymore? I've never been that type of guy. I know it's like more masculine. I kind of recall, or maybe it's my own mismemories, but I recall people making fun of me for not wearing a wallet or even having a wallet in my back pocket because they thought I was a fag. They're like, oh, you're a fag, you don't wear a wallet in your back pocket, you put it in your front pocket. Is there something to that? Is that just something that I'm wildly making up? Or did men at some point make fun of other men for not having, and now we don't have wallets. Men don't have the traditional wallet anymore. We have like sleeves. We have like little clips and shit like that. That's more faggy to me than having a wallet in your front pocket, but it's whatever. It's to each their own. We're all getting thin. Everything's becoming like a razor thin thing. Phones, money clips, everything. You can pay with your phone, so you don't need a fucking wallet anymore. But that's what I felt like on the pot. I'm just off kilter. So I got like one ass cheek there. My little dick, my little fucking earthworm Jim is sticking into the inside perimeter of the toilet seat, and I just got my left foot out there, but just like moving it a little bit. And it sounds like my usual fucking BMs. So I'm sure my children and my wife, if they happen to be home at the time, are still like, there's dad shitting again. He's gonna die soon. But it was more of my leg this time. It was more like, and then once you're done shitting, you gotta. We're so off in this country. We're so off. I mean, I don't know if bidets in Europe, which I'm looking forward to using when we're over there. I'm gonna just use it as pleasure, like an arousal zone for myself. But I know it can't help you shit. But it'd be beneficial if I could just right now with my bum leg just like squirt some nice tepid water up there and just get all the blood and the mucus and the bad taste in my butthole's mouth. It would be pleasurable to have that, so I didn't have to go like, and then I have to kilt her on the other side, lifted kilt, and then just wipe, and then throw on the and then this is another thing. Okay, so you have to straighten out your leg to get up. I don't know if you know this. So you're on the shitter. We all take it for granted. We're watching our porn. We're fucking sending dick pics to our child's homeroom teacher. Whatever you're doing. So you're sitting on the pot, and then instead of like just me getting up and pulling up my boxers, my underwear, and my pants, I have to be like, fuck. So I know my knees gonna hurt. I can't bend down that well to get them. So I have to bring the boxers and slide them up like a fucking garter belt, like a whore who just like, I shouldn't have married this guy, and she's about to take off her garter belt and throw it to all her hoary friends behind her who might want to get married or who never will. They're all ugly. And they're not nice people, which I think all ugly people should be nice. But she's known them since like third grade, and she had to invite them to the wedding. They drink too much, so she bought a bunch of cheap wine. And her husband's a loser, so he got like Bud Light on tap for his loser friends. But she's about to take that garter belt off. She's like, nah, I don't want to. So she just slides it back on. She's like, I'm not marrying this fucker. So she slides. That's what I feel like when I'm sliding my boxers back up. I get it to my hips, or maybe it's like a woman who just like pulls her panties. I hate that word. Pulls her underwear down. She gets to like mid-thigh, and she's like, nope, not gonna. That's what I feel like. So I pull the boxers up, over the knee, to the quads, to my fucking beanpole quad. Then I get the pants, and I get those up. But lo and behold, the bottom of the pants snag on my toe, or my ankle, or my heel. And I'm like, ah! And that fucking causes another ripple effect of pain to shoot up all my goddamn rubber band legs, into the knee, up to the taint, up to the fucking intestines, and just, ooh! It's horrible. It's horrible. So I get that, and then I bring up, and when I'm straight, I'm fine. I'm up and at 'em. I'm ready to like meet the day a little bit. But you just don't know how bad it is. So socks, shoes, shitting. That is the worst thing with the knee. And again, it's not my first rodeo, so I'll be fine. But I emailed my doctor this morning. I'm like, can you just, God, the fucking sun is back. Can you just give me a referral for the same orthopedic dude, or whatever they call him, knee-opedic guy that I saw 4 years ago, so he could just look at me? I don't need a referral. I don't need to go to a specialist. No shit. I need a specialist. It's a fucking knee. It's a special place. There's a lot of wires and traps and pipes in there, right? So can you just give me a referral so I don't have to pay my $55 fucking copay with my shit insurance to go to another specialist who's going to charge me $90 because he's a specialist, to basically say like, yeah, let's get an MRI. That's all they're going to say. That's all they're going to say is like, yeah, it could be something wrong. Send me over to another fucking douchebags, a GP, MP, NP, military police, whatever he might be, knees and joints, knees and toes, hands, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head, shoulders, knees and toes. But I don't need another that. So that's going to be $100 and something just for being like MRI. How much is the MRI? $500. That's with insurance. It doesn't cover. That's what it didn't. I have the same insurance now that I had 4 years ago, with a little bit of interchange here and there. But I'm back to the same insurance, Kaiser Permanente. I'm calling you out. So are you going to charge me $500 for an MRI to tell me whether I have a big, large tear or a minor tear that I don't need surgery for? I don't know. But that's what I'm looking forward to in life. But it's all because I want to get better. All right, I have a broken life, broken wife, broken hives. I have hives. I used to have hives when I was a kid. But I have a lot of things that are broken with me. And it's not getting any better. All right? But I am a hero. I'm a hero because I'm going to rehab myself. I'm going to rehab myself as much as I can over the next couple of weeks because I need to get better. I don't want to just be stuck the way I'm sitting right now. And you can say, look at me. You might see me on camera here. I'm looking well. I'm looking upright. But because my knee, I'm sitting. My knee's bent. But any other motion, even walking the dog, I'm not going to be able to do that well later. I'm not even going to try it probably today because it's like a little one. Whoa. Just if she goes a little to the left or the right, I'm fucked. I don't have that whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't have that little woo, 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 quick twitch anymore. All right? But yeah, I broke my face when I went to Tahoe. I've talked about that. I just, slipped on the fucking ice in South Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side. Right when I hold my daughter, a big, huge winter blizzard came in. I was holding my daughter, icy parking lot. I put her in her car seat in the back seat, and shoo, slip and just black out for a second, and just hear a boop, pop. When you hit your head on something hard, you hear it kind of like a, it's a strange sound going through your skull. And then I woke up and I'm fine, blip, 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 and then fucking blood is just dripping down my face. I'm good, blip, 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 and I just see this big flap. It looked like it's just a meat curtain on a woman you just met at fucking Applebee's at like the 10 o'clock shift, 10 p.m. shift. Right after it's about to close, they're like, oh, you want to go home with me? I'm like, sure. That's what my head looked like in Tahoe in 2016 or whatever it was. Just a big meaty flap hanging off from my temple. 12 stitches later, whatever the fuck it was, it's fine. Then I have to go to school. I have to teach with a black eye, a big bandage on my head. So that's a good thing. That's the luxury of doing what I do now, that no one has to see me limp. Nobody has to feel sorry for me and feel like, oh God, what is he doing with his life? No one has to give me that poor you, happy me, I'm glad I'm not you kind of mentality or looks throughout the world, throughout the day, in the fucking teacher's mailroom or whatever. God forbid. God, have you ever been into a teacher's like lunchroom, mailroom, anything that has anything to do with teachers? And whatever level it might be, it is the worst place on the world. I'd rather be in the fucking sand pit mines or diamond mines in Ghana or wherever the hell it is than a teacher. I probably shouldn't say that because people are like, oh, the devastation that's going on to the people of Somalia with the diamond mines. I don't even know what mines I'm talking about. I don't even know what mesothelioma. Is that something? Is it what kind of mines are there? I don't know. Sapphire, quartzite. I think it's something to do with chips or computers or something. They're digging for something. What is it? Whatever the element is, right? Yeah, of course it's not as bad as that, all right? I'm being facetious here. I'm being metaphorical. But if you ever walk into a mailroom or a teacher's lounge, that is a word, that's like a euphemism. Is that a euphemism? Or a pun? I don't know. It's something, is it political jargon, double speak, whatever it might be called, but it's something. A teacher's lounge. I mean, they have a shitty couch in there usually, at least at the institutions I've worked at. Just like one shitty couch that someone was probably given away or put in front of their house and put a giant free on like a piece of an Amazon cardboard box, and someone picked it up. Oh, this will be good for the teacher's lounge. We don't have a budget for anything else. We can't pay these people shit. But let's put a couch in the fucking teacher's lounge with a really like shitty refrigerator that you have to clean. You have to label your Tupperware and shit. And there's never any fucking paper towels in there when you're like going in there to wipe your schmegma off so you can go to school, so you can go to class. When you drink a beer in the teacher's lounge bathroom right before you went and taught. You can't, there's no paper towels. There's nothing to wipe yourself down or clean yourself with. There's not even soap to like swish in your mouth and spit it out so you smell like you just fucking sucked a duck off after using Dawn to clean it from the Valdez oil spill. There's nothing there. No soap, no paper towel, but you can sit on this fucking couch, like this from 1974 Paisley print couch that someone discarded. And that's what, have you seen, I've put this on Instagram a couple times. Like, I'm walking around the neighborhoods, and this is, okay, I'm done with the knee injury shit, whatever, it was boring. I know, but I'm trying to detail the people who want to, like, play sports, keep doing it, stay active, but you're going to get injured. It's going to happen. And people say, oh, rugby's not as dangerous as football. That's bullshit. It's just as fucking dangerous. I used to hear that. I used to even say that to people. You play rugby, isn't that dangerous? But no, it's not. Yes, it's fucking dangerous. And I still do it. So what does that say about me? I don't know. But when I've been walking around the neighborhood lately in this fucking where I live in the burbs on the precipice of what is supposed to be a city, I don't know what it is. It's like a failure of pretentiousness, but still tries. It still tries with its holiest of hearts to be like the center of wine and not reflective of or not hidden by the pearl of California, the San Francisco Bay Area, which is a shithole too. Anyways, but I'm walking around neighborhoods taking my dogs on. I see a fucking recliner the other day. I see a love seat, one of those ones with like the plastic cup holders in them. I don't understand those. If I'm going to get a couch, I don't want hard plastic on there because I always associate or at least assume that at some point I'll have sex on the couch, and I don't want a hard plastic on my fucking ball sack while I'm ramming it into to some fleshlight or pocket vagina or whatever they call it, pocket pussy. Pocket vagina. I'm trying to get more PC with my language, but I don't want that. I don't want plastic on my ball sacks. All right, I want to be able to fart in cushions. I don't want to fart on plastic where it just like resonates like a fucking elephant. Like everybody in the house can hear it when I fart because it's all plastic. I don't want that. And if you want beer and you want a cup holder, you want to drink your fucking Mountain Dew Red Zone, and you don't want the condensation to get on the couch, I understand that. It makes sense. Buy a coaster. Get a real coffee table. All right? We need normalcy in this life, in this world, in American society. No plastic on. But I found this by like this preserve we live by, disc golf course in the background. Who drops off a couch? I mean, find a dumpster. Find a dumpster to. I mean, I've illegally dumped shit, but I've never illegally dumped shit just off the side of the road. I find a dumpster to illegally dump in. I've stolen like potting soil from a Safeway or Vaughn's one time, right? Just for fun. I don't know why. I didn't need potting soil, and I gave it to my then brother's then girlfriend. Oh, here's some potting soil. Why? She lives in a fucking apartment, but I stole that. I've stolen shit in my life. I've gone through my moments of like whoop, slipping shit in the pocket and feeling a little high, a little rush from it. But I've never illegally dumped outside of where a dumpster is not within the vicinity. So I don't get the dirtbags who travel with shit in the back of their truck and be like, let's go find a, and they just go at midnight and just slide the recliner. They just slide the lazy boy down. And these people put it like nice. They placed it nicely. They put it like they kind of canted it a little bit. To the side, so you'd have a nice view of a meadow across the way. And I sat on it. I tried to get my dog on it. She sat there. I would try to take a picture of her, but she jumped off. She was frightened. She could smell the wastefulness of this anti-eco movement, person who's not caring for the environment whatsoever. And the recliner was not in bad shape. You know, if I was a little bit more needing help. Needing furniture of some kind, if I lived in like a studio apartment and had nothing going for me whatsoever, which I don't, but I don't happen to live in a studio apartment. But if I did, I'd be like, nah, I might take it. If I had a game room, if I had a man cave, which is very gay in its essence, but if I had a man cave, I might be all right. Get a little fucking Swifter sweeper on there, put a little what's that, Febreze, you're good. It wasn't bad. And next to that recliner, there's a fucking mattress, like a California king-size mattress on there with even plastic around it. So I don't think these are like pretentious dumpers, right? This is like me anti-shitting this morning on the pod. These are pretentious dumpers. These are Sonoma County dumpers. This is like what prestige gets you. You're still an asshole, but you're a pretentious asshole. You're dumping shit out that looks formidable. That looks like it could go into a community college where a bunch of poor in the teacher lounge of a community college where a bunch of sad sack fucking adjunct professors believe they're going to get that tenure at some point and become a full-time professor, get that tenure, but that same goddamn couch will still be there. They'll get tenure. Oh, lemon water, good for anti-inflammation, isn't it? I don't know. But in 10 years, like they slaved away for 9 years. The people, the higher ups, the admin would give them like 4 to 5 classes every semester. But yeah, Josh, just keep applying. Just keep applying, Josh. You'll get the full time. You'll get the full time gig. You know, come on, why would you not? The students love you. You have all these great remarks. Every what's it called? Every pronouncement, every affiliation, every observation you've had has been stellar. It's been great. You know, you pick your quality content. The stylistics of your class are good. Your assignments are great. Oh yeah, well you'll get full. No, you won't ever get fucking full time. But you'll hold on to that hope, and you'll sit there and you'll fart silently in that fucking dilapidated 1972, discarded from a Mad Men set of some kind in Burbank, and you're like, yeah, my life, I'll get there at some point. I'll get there. And you fall asleep, half drunk, on this fucking rough, upholstered, probably corduroy, maybe of some kind. Maybe it's veneer, Velcro. What's another? I don't even know. What is upholstery? Cotton swabs. Whatever it is, all right? But you won't. I don't know. Why are people dumping shit? Why are people dumping shit out into the public realm, into nature, into fucking nature? All right, I'm gonna move this camera back because this fucking light is starting to hit me now. Jesus Christ, this is a horrible operation. Horrible. But while I'm doing all this, and the thing that became a little bit more concerning with my knee is that we are traveling soon in the next couple of months to Europe, like the whitest vacation you could possibly get. My lovely little daughter asked the other day, and I'm sure my son already knows. He knows who he is. But my daughter is 9, and you know, my son looks at himself in the mirror every day. He sees fucking white hair, blue eyes. He's like, I'm a Nazi. And he has that lineage, most likely not from my side. That's all my wife. You know, my wife's maiden name was very German. It was Bavarian. It's something like that. Not her maiden name, but her mom's maiden name. Very, very, very Germanic. Yeah, but they know who. Look at my wife, blue-eyed, blonde hair too. Right? And then my daughter's like, "Are we white?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes, we're fucking white." She asked that the other day, just innocently, "Are we white? Do we have any Mexican in us?" I'm like, "No." And I said, "You got to say Hispanic. You can't make sure. You don't want to make sure just because he hears people speaking Spanish, especially in California." Especially in California, if you hear people speaking Spanish, you can't say, "Oh, are you Mexican?" Because I think that's derogatory, isn't it? I don't know. You have to, "Are you Hispanic? Are you Hispanic?" And they don't like Latinx, I don't think. Maybe they do. I don't know. But she asked, "Are we white?" I mean, yeah, we're as white as you can get in terms of the breeding, right? My wife is whatever she is. But I know from my lineage, I am Belgian, I am Danish, I am Polish. I have Swedish. There's a lot of Scandinavia, a lot of like Western, Central Europe. Is there a little bit going back to my African American quick twitch, athletic prowess? Not in the pants, but on the field. I think there's got to be something. I have something in me. I got some Middle East, I think, Arabic, whatever that. Because my dad has like fucking curly black hair. He's a Jew. They're all the same. Palestinians and fucking Israelites, whatever they call them, the burning bush, all that shit. It's all the same. Moses, Ahab, the white whale. I gotta have somewhere in me. Do I have the pigment of it? No. Do I have the teeth? Probably. I have like a Abyssinian 800 BC mouth, right? That's what I have, I think. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. If I lived in like 800 BC and I smiled, the women would be like, "Oh, oh." I'm like 44. They're like, "Oh, he's ancient. He's wise. Let's all suck him off." And they didn't have a problem with that back then. I could take like 18 wives. They're all toothless. Good pocket pussies. It's all good. It's all good. Where are we at here? 36 minutes. All right. But we're going to Europe, and we bought tickets, and I'm like about almost a week away from paying for all the hotels. And I just got Prague today. I've got Munich. I got Paris. I got Aix-en-Provence. I've got London. But now my knee, I'm like, fuck. We're going to be walking a lot. We're looking at least, I'd say, 8 to 10 miles a day with our kids, which I think we could do. But I'm hoping the knee is not too bum. I'm not going to get surgery if I need it before then. There's no way I'm going to go on a fucking airplane, 36,000 miles in the air and blow up like fucking Brendan Fraser in The Whale. I don't want my knee to get like that when I'm up there. Some embolism or neutrinism or fucking embezzling money, Bernie Madoff, whatever it might be that happens up there. Have you seen The Whale? Is that even a good movie? I just saw the Oscars come out the other day, or the nominations. I'm like, what the fuck? The Island of Inisherin, or Banshees of Inisherin. I watched that. I liked it. I like the actors. I don't really totally get it yet. Maybe it'll seep in. But I think that's the only movie I've seen this year that is actually up for an Oscar. I'm not going to watch a movie by Steven Spielberg about fucking Steven Spielberg. He's a fucking Jewish director. That's it. He's made some really good movies. And he's married some hot chicks looking the way he does, like a little gremlin. But do I want to watch a movie about him directing? That's like some auteur shit. That's like the nerd, like Quentin Tarantino would like that. But Quentin Tarantino seems kind of interesting. Maybe not. But, someone a little more interesting. I mean, maybe Steven, was it good? I don't even know what it's called. And there's like other movies, Everyone, Someone, You Better Be There. It's like an Asian movie, which sounds okay, or looks, I don't know. Is it going to be good? But they had to have the token Asian film in there, of course, in these dire times. During COVID and stop Asian hate. But, all the movies suck. I'm sorry, they just do. The Grammys last night, didn't even know it was the Grammys. Oh, it was a big surprise. Beyonce won. Harry Styles, I didn't even know he sang. Some Bonnie Raitt. I'm like, isn't that some chick from the 80s? She won something. I just heard that on the radio this morning. Not that I'm keeping up. I just heard it. All right. I'm trying to live up to the hype of staying in tune with everything. Right. But it's all shit now. It's just all Beyonce. Ooh, big fucking surprise. Big ass, big tits, gonna win. Just like everything else. Whatever's hot in Hollywood right now. Transgender, LGBTQ, all that stuff. That's probably gonna win something. They're gonna do they have a category for that? And I heard Beyonce's speech. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed. I'm trying not to get too emotional. But thank you for adding this category of electronic dance fucking record. She won a Grammy for Best Electronic Dance or some shit. What the fuck does that mean? Best Electronic Dance? What do they have? Like 4 albums in the whole world in that category? Of course Beyonce's going to win. She's married to fucking Jay-Z. She's got a big ass. She's hot. She's got tits. If you want to get big in this world, tits and ass. Look at me. I have 19 subscribers, 5 listeners. I can't get shit. No big ass, no big tits, no big dick. I can't influence with my body. My knee, you want to look at my knee? Maybe post surgery. You'll look at my fucking fluid intake. I'll take a video on my GoPro of me taking a shit with a straight-legged fucking totem pole. No, not that thick. Peg leg. What's something thin? What's a thin piece of wood? Something chiseled. Something whittled. Fucking. The piranha chewed my peg leg. There's something there. I don't know. That's what my leg looks like. I don't know how to do this, but we're going to Europe. So my daughter, am I white? Yeah, you're white. Should we feel bad about that? And I was like, should we feel bad? And this is not a racist thing. I'm just wondering, are we now? If we are just white, it's like, it was a weird question. So my wife and I look at us. I'm like, dude, what? What do we say? What do we say? Do we tell her who we are? What do we say to this? Are we actually supposed to admit to this? Are we just white? Oh my God, we're just white. And they're like, hey, you're Jewish. You got some Jew. There's something. That's an ethnic thing. That's a fucking little box you click on a employment verification form, your I-9 naturalization form, whatever that is. Every time I had to apply to anywhere in the past, they're like Caucasian, Pacific Islander, Asian, African American, or black. Do they put black? I don't even know what they put in it. But Jew. They don't just put Jew. That would be not just Jew. You could put other, and you could fill that line in. You could say whoever you want to say. So I'll just say other, sweetie. All right, my lovely daughter, other. All right, your brother knows who he is. He's had 17 years to figure it out. You're only 9. So yes, we're white. All right, and we're going to all the white places. Yeah, different languages. But we're going to London, just to show the culture of where we came from. I guess not me in particular, not my wife in particular, but we as a white nation. And then France, I get to show her the better side of being Belgian, I guess. Then the better side of being Belgium. So we'll go to Paris. We'll go to Aix-en-Provence, which I didn't know how to pronounce AIX, but it's Aix-en-Provence. We're going to go down to the Provence. There's Nice and like titties and Frenchies. And then we're going to go to my homeland, which I believe is my homeland, is Germany. You could still drink a beer there at fucking 8 in the morning, and no one is going to give you that side-eye look. Just nobody will. Just like the Asian man in the fucking Quest Mart in Ukiah, California, when I'm buying 124 ounces of fucking Rolling Rock for $12, whatever it is. 144 ounces. 144 plus 12 times 12, 144 plus 25 is 169. 169. That's what he's laughing at. Egg rolls and 69. My fucking Asian brother. He knows what I'm talking about. But he never gave me a side eye. The Germans won't give me a side eye for fucking having a Hefeweizen and a sausage and a fucking egg foo young in a beer garden in Munich. So I'm looking forward to that. Then from Munich to Prague. And it's a lot of train rides, but even a train ride sounds fun and white. So we're just doing, like I said, the most whitest vacation. I'm assuming next time my wife will want to get away from her own whiteness and we'll travel to some fucking Bangladesh or some shit. We'll travel somewhere so non-white and overly ethnic, we'll come home dead. With like fungus and disease. Not saying all nations like that. I traveled. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Costa Rica. Right, those are places of color. And I'm going to go to other places at some point in my life of color. I've been to Mexico many times, so I got the Latinx community in my back pocket, just like my non-wallet. But don't frame me in that. Is that what I said? But I'm just saying this is gonna be where she would want. My wife was probably she's a feminist. She was born in the 70s. They're all the same. She's gonna want to get away from her whiteness and disregard it, like Rachel Dolezal. It seems like every white woman who was born like in the 70s, I think like probably like a statistical high, I would think really admires Rachel Dolezal. Because like, fuck, she figured it out. She could fuck black dudes and be black. Or at least, I don't know, did Rachel Dolezal fuck black dudes? Have you seen that? Do you remember that story? Wasn't that wild? That was one of the first ones. And she didn't get, I don't think, did she get canceled? I mean, they got luxury. The chick who killed her daughter, what's her name? Kind of hot, killed her daughter, Lacey Peterson. That was the lady who got killed by Scott Peter. What the fuck was the lady who killed her daughter? I used to teach shit like this, like not serial killers, but killers who get away with stuff. What's her name? Fuck. She killed her daughter. She got Damn it, I can't think. Anyways, but she got away with it. She killed her fucking 5-year-old daughter. Got away with it. Blood in the trunk. Got away. And Rachel Dolezal, she's not black. Even when you see pictures of her now, it's like Soul Man with fucking C. Thomas Howell. Was he in that? Who was in Soul Man in the 80s or 90s? Soul Man. White man who dresses up like black guy. And I think he just painted himself. He didn't even go get like pills or overly sunbathe, suntan. I think he just painted himself brown. And he got away with it. What would have happened in that movie if it rained? Is that what that movie is, Soul Man? If it rained in that movie, it just gives away the whole plot. Is that what happened at the end? Did he get ousted because it rained? I don't know. But he was trying to do something to become black. I don't know why. But I think all women who are like feminists, who kind of see the plight of others, unlike themselves, white women, like the Karens of the world, even though that's been overused now. I think, like I say, they see Rachel Dolezal, but like, oh, they're like a little enamored with her for whatever reason. And again, the pictures, just look it up today. Just look it up. Just look up Google, look up Rachel Dolezal, and it's like, what? She doesn't look that much different. Yeah, she looks a little tanner. She looks like she went to fucking Barbados or Cancun or some shit, or Turks and Caicos, whatever it might be. I would always Turks and Caicos, Caicos. I was doing my celebrity lookalike on YouTube last week, and I found a camera from St. Bart's. And I looked it up, and the camera was kind of telling. I'm like, I don't ever want to go there. Speaking of white. I don't mind going to countries that are like white. That's because white people kind of are there. That's what happened. Europeans outside of like Italy, Greece, Portugal, Spain, a lot of other ones, but they're mostly white. Right? The majority of Europe is kind of white. But these people who go to St. Bart's, I don't think that's traditionally white. I don't think people who are from St. Bart's are white, but we own it. It's a Virgin Island, U.S. Virgin Island, or the British Virgin Islands the same way. It wasn't very equitable. Didn't have a lot of equity on the St. Bart's Beach Bar live streaming cam that I saw. So it doesn't like, I don't want to go there. It doesn't seem fun. I'd rather go to other places. So if it's going to be white, I'd rather go to like what's traditionally, exclusively through history has been that sort of pasty, Rubenesque white. You know what I'm talking about? Not like something that's been made to be Caucasian, the crackers, the saltines out there, not the Ritz, the saltines. I want to go where Ritz are fine, right? I don't want to go where there's saltines that have made this island nation become a saltine. It doesn't seem fun. How's my hair look? I don't think it looks good. My hair never looks good. Never looks good. The sun's in my face. It's blinding me nearly. I don't want to keep getting up and moving my napkin, my fucking linen around to block the sun. But I should probably find another position somewhere in the dungeon to do this. But I got a haircut, and I don't like getting them. I never like getting haircuts. I was on a streak where I shaved my head. I gave myself haircuts. This is both pre and post COVID. But my wife's like, oh, maybe you should just go get a haircut. She still acts like she might be attracted to me for some reason, or maybe she just wants to like tote herself around with me. If that, do we ever do that? And like, I kind of might look okay from a distance, but once you get close up, it's like one of those refractive mirrors, or I don't know, something like that, where you like something looks further. It's like the side mirror on your car. Objects in the mirror appear closer than they appear. Is that what it is? Objects in the mirror look closer than they appear. Mine's like he might look good from like 200 yards away, and then you see him up close. So I need to have like a message on my forehead: if you're this close, run, or get ready to vomit in your own mouth. Like I remember I saw my wife walking one time. I'm like, oh shit, look at that chick's ass, and it was my wife. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. It didn't look like my wife from 200 yards away, and I got a little hard. I got a little aroused back then. We were together already for a little while, and I remember seeing her walk around near a college campus in Arkansas. I'm like, oh yeah, man, the chick's a look blonde Southern chick. Yep, here we go. And then she came out, hey, John, this is my wife, and all that fantasy. All the things that was going on in my head on the bench in Fayetteville, Arkansas, just went away. I'm like, that's the woman I've had a child with. That's the woman I married. So keep the spice in life. That's my goal. But a haircut, yeah. So I've been going to this place called the Mail Room. It seems like a good place. I don't know haircuts, but $35 always sounds, when I see the haircut, $35. It always sounds egregious. Let me fucking goddamn move this. Jesus Christ. Now the sun's right in my goddamn mullet. Is that better? All right, I'll just hold the camera. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Put it down. All right, who cares? No one's watching this shit anyways. But whenever I see $35 for a haircut, it seems a little egregious. Hey, maybe I'll just hold the microphone. There we go. How's that? $35 for a haircut seems too much. And I know my wife's all $35. That's good. They're spending $75 for like a trim. Whenever my wife comes home from a haircut, she doesn't look any different. But I gotta say, like, oh, nice haircut. And she knows I'm lying because it doesn't look different. She knows what she's getting. A trim. A trim's like $70 at a chick's place, right? But I'm getting a normal like buzz cut. It takes like 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. I never know what to say. I want like, a two around, like the sides and the back, and like keep some up top to make it look like I'm not a toupee man. And of all the things that's going wrong physically in my life, with my own birthright, I still have a full head of hair and not very gray. My beard, when it gets bushy, is gray as a motherfucker. It's gray as a squirrel's tail running the wrong way up a tree, and about to get fucked by a bigger chipmunk. But my hair is still functional, but I never know how to style it. And it has some good wave to it. That's where I think the kinky Arabic Middle Eastern shit comes through. I think I have something in my dick DNA somewhere. I need to do a 23andMe just to see exactly where I'm from. And I guess it's going to come back probably, my estimation is like, it would not come back as Scandinavian. It would probably be full like Palestinian. And then I would really have a struggle there of do I support Israel or not? But my hair, it's always complicated. I don't know what to do. I have a lot of fucking hair licks in there. I got pulled out the wrong way. I think they probably fucking twisted me like trying to, when you try to put one of those, those baby toys, when you have like plastic star shapes and circles and triangles and shit, and the baby's like trying to jam it into the top of that plastic play school lid, and there's like, and you put in the triangle, you fucking retard. It's a triangle. Use it. And you're like, oh, good job. When they finally get the fucking circle to fit through the circle hole. One of those. That's what I think. That's what my mom was trying to push me back in. Like, go back in. We don't want you out. And the doctor was pulling at the same time. My mom was pushing. She was using her muscles down there to like squeeze and not let me out into the world. And the doctor's like, no, we got to get him out. And they pulled so long, it's just like my head came out like putty, like silly putty, just like stretched out with a copy of like a Popeye cartoon on there. Didn't you guys used to do that with silly putty? Like that was the thing with silly putty. You would get silly putty and then you stretch it out flat, and then you press it against newspaper like a comic strip, and then it superimposes the comic strip on the silly putty. But that's what the doctors is pulling me out, pushing back in, pulling back. That just trying to find that shape. The shape. What was I talking about? Haircuts. But I never know. I never know exactly what to get. So. That's what it was. Cowlicks and shit. That's where I got cowlicks from. With the pulling and the pushing and the pulling and the pushing in my mom's vagina. But the haircut style. Oh, what would you like? And this lady, nice lady, I guess, but she wasn't the one I've gone to a couple of times. Not very talkative, which is kind of nice. And usually I'm offered a beer at this place. That's why I went. And I haven't. My streak ended sadly. I hit 4 weeks. Ended my beer streak. Went on another 5 or 6 days. Then I ended it again for a couple of days. My knee got fucked up. Had a couple of beers to get away from that pain. Or it's just an excuse, Josh. It's just an excuse. You need to go to therapy. It's just an excuse. You can't use excuses for your whole life for everything. All right. It's just you're limiting your success by these excuses. So I had a picture. I took a picture, but I couldn't fucking find it. I get nervous in the chair, man. It's like a barbershop chair, but I'm like, I'm all tense. I'm all nervous. The beer, she didn't offer me, like a beer might help. She didn't offer me a beer. And then like, can I get a beer? The last chick offered me, the last chick had bigger tits, a little hotter. Sorry, no, but can I get a beer? And no, she didn't do that. I'm gonna raise this fucking camera up. God damn fucking sun. I hate the sun. I hate the sun sometimes. I know we need it for growth and vitamin D, but sometimes it just irks. Just a cloud, just one cloud right here, just a cloud right on my fucking muffin top here. All right. But yeah, I looking for the picture, couldn't find it. I'm all tense, I'm all sweaty, smelling my armpits, and did I put deodorant on? I don't know. Is my hair too greasy? Then I get two around, and she did it. It's okay. But like the first couple of days, I'm like, fuck, go down. I'm brushing it. It should just all be laying flat and nice. But I have to like put shit in it to like flatten my goddamn cowlick down. Like, what the fuck licked me when I was a kid? I know I lived in the rural part of San Diego County. I know we had horses and shit, and sheep fuckers around us. I know we had Megan's List for sheep fucking in our dirt road. I know we did. But what licked my head to give me this shit? It's like I have like 9 of them. I have 9 cowlicks that go in and out. And that can't get fixed with anything. So she did a good job, decent job. And of course, afterwards, I'm like, I got 20 minutes to kill. Oh, can I have a beer afterwards? I don't give a shit. I have no shame. So I asked her for a beer. Oh, sure. So I just sat there post haircut had a beer and in a barbershop. Because I kind of felt like I already paid for the beer. If I'm paying $35 with a $10 tip, a $45 haircut for 15 minutes of someone's time, and it looks like this, it doesn't make me attract any more women or men. It doesn't make me attract any them or theirs or zers or zems. It's just me again. It's just me, but a little bit of a lighter version of me. So I deserve that $45 beer. Does anybody? But what should I say? What do I say when I get a haircut? That's why I envy people who are bald. I envy people who are balding because they don't have to worry about that shit anymore. They don't have to they don't have to think like, oh, I wonder what kind of haircut I'm going to get to. They don't care. Just as long as they look less bald, because if you're balding and you grow more hair out, it looks worse, right? Unless you're like Larry David or Dr. Phil or Ed Harris, the guys who are like weirdly better looking when they're bald. Joe Rogan, did he have hair at one point? I think he did. Sometimes people look better bald, and sometimes bald-headed people look good, right? But I wouldn't. You've seen my ears. You've seen the like long structure of my Ticonderoga fucking number 2 pencil face, which my children sadly both have a little bit, and they're getting more and more every single day. But I don't have the bald head. I just don't have. It's too long. It's too beakerish. It's too like alien-esque in a weird way, but not like a cool alien, like one of just the stretched out alien that his mother didn't have proper diet, or she had substance abuse in her 14 wombs or whatever aliens have. But I just need that. And it's an admiring quality to when people get good haircuts, I think, and it does add to their prestige. It does add to their the chou cancan, or whatever it might be called. There's something. There's a word. There's a French word. I need to know it in La Paris, but there is something where people have vivant, idiot savant. I don't know, whatever it is. They have it. They have the it factor, and a haircut just makes them look even better. But sadly, I don't have that. So because I'm ugly. But the one thing I do have, like through ugliness, I've learned humility. And when you grow up, kind of like I'm not saying I'm ugly. Like, oh my God, he's a 0, which is be pretty fucking hard to do. But I'm nowhere. I'm like average, maybe whatever is average 5 out of 10. I'm like there. I'm like in that 5 out of 10. You pull down my pants, 4.8. Right? You see me run on a football field or something like that. Maybe kind of flex my delts, which is probably the best part of my body. I give my back a little Arnold Schwarzenegger pose. Maybe like a 5.2, like from the backside. I got a smile at the gym a few times from women. They go, and they look up and they look up and they see the face, and then the smile fades quickly. But they try to they're nice. They try to act the part, like, oh hi, they'll smile and they'll see the face and then I smile, and they see the teeth, they're like, but yeah, ugly people should have humility, and ugly people should be nice. And I've noticed that lately. There's a lot of ugly people in the world who are just dicks. They're just mean. There's mean, ugly people out there. And I think if you're born ugly, you kind of know it, unless you had bad parents. I think maybe there's overcompensating parents out there. When your child is born ugly, and your child is just ugly, that you try to be, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so handsome. Look at little Mr. Handsome. Oh, look at little princess. They think they do that too much with ugly kids. So the ugly kid grows up with some weird false security that they're good looking, and they act like every other good looking person out there. They're assholes. They try to negotiate for things they don't deserve. They don't tip well. They're kind of dicks to every service industry employee out there. And I've seen this a lot at stores, and I've seen it in media. I've seen it on stupid videos that I'm watching on fucking Twitter that I get stuck on when I have a bad bum knee. But I'm watching this shit. I'm like, these are ugly people. These are ugly people who should not be assholes, but they are. They have become assholes not through they've become assholes through the deregulation of their parents and the rest of society, who cannot call people ugly without what? Without some sort of comeback, right? Without some sort of rapport, repetition. What's that called? You can't call people ugly without getting fuck. What's the word? I'm almost an hour in here. I'm losing all functions. But that's what I'm saying. It's ugly people should be nice to everybody. Right? They should even be more like super nice. Right? They should go over and beyond the public service of niceties to everyone else out there. Agree or disagree? I think that should be the case. Pretty people, good-looking people, the 9s and 10s out there, and I don't believe there's truly a 10, but stay assholes. All right, just stay. We have the play on being repercussions. Fuck, that's the word. If you call someone ugly, there's going to be repercussions coming against you. Anyways, so because we have a beauty problem in this society. But, I think if we keep the hold on nice and what it means to be nice, I think we can go far in life. Ugly dudes get laid. Money helps. Big dick, probably. But nice is also good. And funny. Charming. Have you heard a lot of women? I've seen women with dudes. I'm like, not rich. Don't know his dick size. Not even that funny. But maybe just nice. Right? It's all about just promoting that essence of someone that you're not, right? Because if you don't have beauty, you have to have something else. Just like that Asian man up in Ukiah, California at the Quest Mart. Not saying he's a worst looking man in the world. Not saying he's the best looking man in the world. He's just a man. He was about 4'8", selling me my Rolling Rock, talking about crispy egg rolls with a smile on his face. About 20 minutes before I tore my knee and then ruined my rugby season of 2023. So if you're one of those people who are striving to be better, just think of that small little man, all right? And think of how you can be in life.